Hey there, guys. So, I want to talk about how we define success, I guess, as a word. Such a beautiful program. I've already identified within myself um, that the deepest part of that embedded program comes from the energy that we were when we were originally created, if you will. There's this whole thing out there that explains, and it actually, if you look around, it makes complete sense, that we were kind of created for a service. There was a beautiful planet called Nibiru, still is, but pretty sure it's in a different dimension at this point. But the thing is that there was some climate issues there, and the peoples that lived there could not survive in these climates. And they realized that if they had done some certain alchemical thing with gold, that they could create a layer in the atmosphere to hold the temperature or rise it or lower it, or the details of it doesn't really matter. But if you think about it, just think about the gold mine days and any depictions you ever see of like ancient ones. There's like the pharaohs or the what have yous, and the rest of them were slave workers doing a whole bunch of stuff. These are the depictions that were given, whatever for whatever reason. And the whole slave thing, it created a program of greed where nothing is ever enough, where we think we have to have success, we have to achieve some plateaus, we need to be somebody, even though we're already everybody. And God, at its truest essence, why would anybody need to be more than that? What feels better than that? For a long time, I've been sitting on a lot of artwork and writings that just need to be copy and pasted and turned into books. And there was this thing in me that just knew that I didn't want to make it about money in any way, shape, or form. If I'm ever blessed, I just want to be blessed to be a blessing. But, it occurred to me that my world rocks. I might be located in a trailer park, but technically, I'm everything. There's so many times and spaces going on in this place that I hold right now, or space that I'm holding. But there are so many blessings that surround me. And as I sit and identify that if there is anything that I were to think of that I could want to bring myself a sense of comfort and ease and peace, I have that. My bills are paid, because I pay them, of course, but and everything always just works out for me anyway. But I have a house, I have clothes and food, I have dirt to sit in. If you want to get in the grand scheme of things, I even manifested, all the little quirks just for being grateful for where I am. You want to get into details and you're thinking, oh yeah, I've got hardwood floors and I got a fireplace and a community pool and a fenced-in yard for my dogs and air conditioning and a room for each person to live in, plus an extra one that at one point I was renting out, but it's just there now. Having all of those things that I just manifest, and all the belongings in my house that just show up at the door. At one point I released them all because I realized that it was my peace that was the most important thing. And I have peace. And I don't need anything else besides that. But what's funny is that once you're in peace, then these weird things happen where the things you used to try and tell yourself you had to do, you actually kind of want to do just for fun, just to see what happens. Purpose driven or not. I know I live my purpose in every moment of my life. I watch how I manifest someone in my existence, and I bless them and they bless me. And it's a beautiful co-creative process of growth, and I am eternally grateful for that. And who could want anything more than that? I don't need anything, and it turns out there are certain places that I have ancient roots to that don't even deal with money at all. It's just about, I have a service and I want to offer it because that's what my heart calls me to do. And it's just a natural way of things. If you see somebody in need, something in your heart calls you to help them, unless you have distortions that are seeing them as anything other than God, or something that's loved by God, if you don't want to own that. Everything is an opportunity to be a blessing or be grateful for the blessings that surround you. And I am always provided for. And even when I'm not, I am. Because it just takes me to a deeper sense of knowing that I'm always taken care of. And excess is not necessary. And in fact, it's a distraction. And it is also a program that tries to reignite when you get started on that process. And numero uno for me is God. Being as close as I can to the God that surrounds me in every moment that I breathe in with every breath. So count the blessings that you have in your life. Realize that you probably don't need to strive for any more, and in fact, you might just need to let some things go so that you could feel that peace that you know is possible if you unsubscribe to some things that you've been subscribing to and doing things that just don't make you feel good and leave you depleted and cause you to forget to be grateful. You can also use those as exercises, If you're in a situation that you're not super liking, find your gratitude. What's it showing you? If anything, it might just be showing you contrast, to line up your energy and your frequency with something that does, resonate with you and does meet you at your frequency. Just be you and watch what happens. I'm enjoying. I love you.